Robsquared.
Back again.
What's up? How about John Holmes here a little bit? Our fond memories of the man. He thinks he died of AIDS. It's most likely because I think he had a lot of unprotected sex with not screen porn stars.
Yeah, I think. Well,
you know what I mean? Now they're all like tested and shit. I don't think they were testing them back in the 70s.
What was the Dirk Diggler? That was based on John Holmes, right?
Was it?
Boogie Nights.
Yeah. Have you seen Boogie Nights?
I have. Yeah.
Do you like Boogie Nights?
I enjoy it. Yeah,
it's one of my favorite movies.
Is it?
We could do that for the rewatchables.
Sure. Yeah. All right. Yeah.
The thing is, Bill Simmons would be so pissed because he does the rewatchables, right? And Boogie Nights is one of his favorite movies.
Yeah.
He's like waiting to do it, like because he's done 220 movies. He hasn't done Boogie Nights yet.
Why?
Sometimes he's just putting these off. Like Halloween's one of his favorite movies, and he finally just did Halloween this Halloween.
Yeah.
And you think for him that's like his all-time top 4, but it's not just about him. It's about what the people want. And like Boogie Nights is more of a cult movie, even though it's got some amazing.
Yeah,
actors,
I mean,
right?
I can see it's not a.
But if we
the subject matter, is
if we steal his idea, like kind of take the idea of his show, change it up a little bit, and take his favorite movie.
Yeah.
Oh, you can't do it now, Bill. We took it.
Yeah.
So let's do it.
All right.
How many times have you seen it?
Not many times. I do
more than one.
I think twice, maybe.
Okay. I've probably seen it about 8. So
I've seen parts of it. I haven't seen it's not been in a movie where I sit down and watch.
So can we have a Boogie Nights night and get in Boogie and just watch it like 4 times straight, me and you?
4 times.
Yeah, in a row.
Oh, maybe we'll talk about it.
Okay, twice. At least once.
We'll talk about it here.
Yeah. All right. Well, this is the week 10.
Yeah.
I'm always Ron Burgundy. The week 10 betting episode. We've missed 2 in a row, I believe, for our bets. But we're gonna try to get back on our schedule and start releasing more than just 1 or 2.
Do you recall where our records were prior to this?
I don't. Not on the records. I know that I think I'm 2 over 500 and you're 4 over 5 over 500. You're up 2 or 3. We have a couple ties in there.
I forget what the results of our last.
Well, the last one I had Darren Waller prop, and then he ended up not playing. So I'm down 1 on.
That's why you haven't shown for 2 weeks.
Right. So pissed. Yeah. He would have won that because the game he came back. What did he have? 9 for fucking 112.
Yeah, we'll have to look at it. Either way, we're both doing all right. That's
Yeah, you're doing better than me. I'm whipping your ass in the one night stand, guys. Apparently, I get down on those. You're more of a relationship kind of guy.
No.
So, all right. What's your first bet there, bud?
So it's going back to the well again. It's going to be Browns. They're getting points at the Patriots. Patriots are a good team. Like a wild card team, I still like the Browns to go deep into the playoffs.
Yeah, so what's the line?
1.5.
It's 2.
Well, it's up to
You're
2
gonna
now.
get 2.
Well,
I'm a nice guy.
In real life, I'm going to back the money line. So I'm gonna take the at 1.5. It was plus 110.
For this exercise, take 2 points though.
Yeah,
they could lose by 1, you win the bet.
Yeah,
So.
But when I'm going to get my real money, I'm going to take the odds. But Browns plus 1.5 at Patriots. Just going to keep going back to that. Well, Browns are a different tier team to me.
Yeah, and the thing is, you actually like the Patriots, so it's difficult.
I'm familiar with both teams, and I think the Browns are a better team.
Even with Chubb being out, doesn't move the needle for you.
No, I think that's why the Browns are underdogs.
Yeah, I think they'd be -2. I think it's a 4-point swing,
Yeah,
but it's not a big 4 points.
Chubb
Right?
can still play. Like he's not
right. Yeah. Good call. All right, mine is I'm taking the Bills.
So you're saying it's 2 now, right?
Yeah, it's 2. So I'm taking the Bills minus 11.5. It's a lot of points. They are at the Jets, so they're on the road.
Yeah.
Risky business.
Yeah.
But they were embarrassed last week. They played poopy. But the encouragement that game showed me is that the Bills' defense is for real.
Yeah.
So I don't see the Jets scoring more than 17 points in this game. So all I need the Bills to do, I'm saying that's like max.
Yeah.
Well, most likely they score 13. But if the Bills score 28 points, I win the bet.
Sure.
I'm pretty sure they're going to score 28 points in the Jets.
All right.
Because they just gave up 45 points to the Colts. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, the Bills are hungry. They're pissed. Like, they've lost 2 games in a row now.
Yeah.
So, I'm going to place this bet right now, actually.
Right.
I think I already did, but The thing is, I'm waiting on these kind of games with these high lines. I kind of wait for the line movement a bit because 11.5, 12.5 isn't much difference.
Yeah.
Where I want it is 10.5. So when it's like 2.5, like the Chiefs, spoiler alert, I'm going to lock it in at 2.5. Because going to 2 doesn't make a big difference. What I don't want to do is go to 3 or 3.5.
All right.
11.5, what is that? It's a big ass number. I think they're going by 20.
Do you ever consider
teasing?
No, let's say live betting to hedge. So let's say the Jets get the ball first, they go down to the field goal.
Right.
Now it's -6.
And then just going with that.
The
problem is the Bills get the ball first and they score a touchdown, then it goes to 16.5.
But then you're sitting pretty with your bet, right? Like,
you're saying do both bets?
No, well, you've already made the -11.5.
Yeah.
So you wait live.
Oh, I see what you're talking about.
If the Jets somehow, if they score first or they're up 6-3 or 7-3, whatever it may be, right? That's when you hedge it. But if it doesn't go that way, then more likely than not, the Bills are.
I actually didn't make the Bills bet yet.
Okay.
Because the line is weird. You know what I mean?
Yeah, 11.5 is a weird number.
All right, second bet for you.
I'm going with the Saints +3 at the Titans. The Titans, I think I know they're the golden kids, golden children.
Are they?
It feels like it. It feels like a lot of people are. The Titans are, they come out with a few pretty substantial wins. I would say that just recently they beat the Rams, they beat the Chiefs, I think, and then they beat the Bills, right? Like the last 3 weeks, or 3 out of the last 4 weeks,
the Saints. They didn't beat the Bills, but
the
Titans.
The Titans.
Yeah, they beat everyone.
That's what I'm saying. So
the best 3 teams in the league, like preseason.
And I don't think if they played the Rams again this week they would win. I think they would lose this week. I think the Saints are. I don't know, just more something about them. They're more composed. I feel like the Titans are too much all in on every single play, right? Like I think
they're ripe for a blowout.
Like I think when they played like the Rams, the Chiefs, those teams are like, all right, we're going to come out. The way those teams beat teams is like they score 35 points.
You said they're getting 3 points at the Titans.
Yeah.
See, I personally, one thing I would do is I don't think that line is going to move to 2.5. I think it's more likely to move to Saints +3.5.
Sure.
So the same thing with me and I'm going to tell you right now to bet on the Bills, right? But I would tell you to wait to see where the line goes because right now, like it's not gonna go to 2.5, right? Would we agree with that?
I don't think so.
Titans are at home, man. They're darlings. Everyone loves the Titans.
Well, that's what I'm saying. To me, it's yeah. No, I would be surprised if it went less than 3. I agree with you. It's probably 3 or 4, 3.5, 4. But either way, we're doing the bets right now. So
right. And also, again, it's not about betting this number. It's games we like, and just because we like them, we might wait to make these bets. I don't know if you've made a bet the Saints yet. You probably haven't, right?
No. This was strictly for this exercise.
Right, and if you get 3.5, you're going to hammer that more. Obviously, get the kicker. Or you can just lay the -130 and get the kicker. Because that sounds like a field goal game to me.
Yeah. I think the Saints, they're...
Alvin Kamara should run wild.
They're both playoff teams. I think the Titans' defense is suspect, like you're saying there. I think they came out and they punched the Rams in the face a little bit, and the Rams stuttered. I think the Saints are a little more composed. They've already been punched a few times. So. Yeah,
okay. I'm going to both these. My last 2 bets are both the primetime games, late games.
Okay.
Sunday night and Monday night. Doing what I always do, taking the Chiefs. -2.5 at Raiders. Raiders are a mess right now. They're 5-3. The Chiefs. I feel like the Chiefs win this game. All is right. You know what I mean? Like they had a tough start, but the Raiders were 5-2. That would make the Raiders 5-4 if they lose. It would make the Chiefs 5-4.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yep. So I think the Chiefs right now are 1 game back.
Yeah.
Maybe 2 games. The Chargers won, so I don't know if they're 2
The
games
Raiders
back.
are just not. But I love the fight. I love Derek Carr, but for me, I feel like they're similar teams.
Yeah.
I'm going to take Patrick Mahomes versus Derek Carr if it's less than a field goal game. And the thing is, like the Chiefs are a team you don't want to bet on. You generally don't want to bet on them, period, to cover the spread because they don't do it.
Yeah.
But you definitely don't want to bet on them at home because they just don't blow teams out. On the road, you get that nice 6-point change, right? Where they would normally be 4-point favorites. Or no, sorry, 6.5, 7-point favorites. Now they're only 2.5-point favorites.
Yeah.
So it's really hard to bet on them to have to win by more than a touchdown, for instance.
Yeah.
And
the one thing
they're going to win the game, right? What do you think?
Yeah. No. The one thing that's fishy to me is the fact that it's 2.5, not 3. Like
it was 3.
Oh, just
open at 3.
Okay. All right.
Mm-hmm.
If it stays at 2.5 for too long, something about that's fishy, but I can't say I would bet the Raiders with any confidence to play.
No, if anything, it's a stay away. But I'm so ready for the Mahomes. Do you remember that game? It was last year. I know you do because you bet on it. It was Chiefs Baltimore, and you were all about Baltimore. We were at the bowling alley. It was like week 6, week 7, and you put a lot of money on the Ravens. It was like Ravens plus 3.5.
Kind
of. That's when Mahomes was just Houdiniing it, and he had like 440 yards and 4 touchdowns, and just like escaping the pocket, fucking 60-yard bomb. And it ended up being closer. It ended up being a 21-point game, but they were up by like 30.
Okay. I remember that, yeah.
And I'm just waiting. They haven't had that game this year yet, and we expect Mahomes to have 5 to 6 to 7 to 8 of those.
Yeah.
As a Mahomes fantasy owner, bro, it's been rough. And he hasn't done any of that shit.
Yeah.
And it's hard for me to believe he's just not good at football anymore. Now, there's a little bit of mental stuff going on. The offensive line, they thought it's still below average. But it's always been below average.
Yeah.
And the receiving core, you say what you will, he's never really had it. He's had Hill and he's had fucking Kelsey. He still has Hardman, Robinson, Pringle, the same guys. They lost Sammy Watkins. Like, dude, if Sammy Watkins is the reason they're losing right now, like, fuck me, dude. Like, no.
The 2 games of Sammy Watkins isn't there before he gets hurt when he was on the Chiefs.
Right.
Yeah, right.
But it's not because Sammy Watkins, I don't know what it is. Andy Reid, maybe, like, bad coaching, but I'm just saying, like, the cream will rise, and I still believe in this Chiefs team. If you look at the landscape of the AFC, it's not very good right now.
No,
they are the second best team.
But they're
right.
Odds-wise, they're the 4th, I think. So.
Yeah, but we just saw the Bills lose to the fucking Jags.
Yep.
So it's wide open, and like this is their chance to. They have to win their division. Yeah, they're probably not going to get a first-round bye, but to get that home field and get that 2 seed and play, a shitty team like who is it going to be? Like obviously the Browns,
Patriots, maybe.
Yeah, like one of those like lesser teams. Like, it's essentially a bye, tune-up game. They'll come into that next game. With momentum, like usually they'd have the opposite where they have the bye and get a little rusty.
Yeah.
They rest the team, they rest their players week 17, then get a bye. They're going to have the opposite this year, which I like, and they're going to be hungry.
No, I get it. I don't know if it was last night or if it was off camera. We were talking about how the Chiefs are primed to go on a 4 or 5 game. Mm-hmm. At least that's what my thoughts are.
And not just a winning streak; they're primed to blow some teams out.
That's.
And this wouldn't. And the thing is, like the Raiders losing this game wouldn't end their season. They've been going through some stuff. A lot of stuff. The Gruden, the Ruggs, they released Arnett. The GMs, I don't know how he has a job. I like Carr. He's resilient. They're resilient. I like their team, but they're overachievers. And they could still make the play. At 5-4, is that the end of the season for them?
No.
At 4-5, though, the Chiefs cannot go 4-5.
Before the start of the last week, they were number 1 in the AFC.
Right.
So it's not.
Who's your third game?
Kind of going against my guys here, the Cardinals. I'm going to take the Panthers plus 10.5.
Ooh.
This is almost like a gut feeling contrarian thing. It seems like everything is pointing towards the Cardinals. Panthers is really struggling, but I think the Cardinals, from my experience, they struggle. I know they just kicked the.
We don't even know if Kyler's playing.
Yeah, it's 10.5.
They're still giving. Well, obviously they don't need him. Colt McCoy is amazing. Well, the Big Ben line, we said Colt McCoy was better.
The team in general is good, but at home, the last week when they played the Niners, they were on the road, so now they're back at home. They haven't really played a good game at home, in my opinion. I think they beat the Niners at home by double digits, but I don't know if they've beaten anyone else at home by double digits.
Right,
so,
yeah, it's weird. They're better on the road.
I think the Panthers are an underrated team. The Cardinals right now they're hurting, man. They've been bleeding players left and right. Every week they lose another key player, whether it's a running back, J.J. Watt, or receiver.
Yep.
Kyler,
second running back. That's apparently the best ever. But
yeah. Panthers plus 9.5. Simply contrarian. I think it's closer than 10.
You're right. You're not saying they're going to win the game. You're just saying they can.
I think the teams are closer than 10.5.
Yeah, and I think P.J. Walker, or is it P.J. Walker, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like he could kind of give the team a shot in the arm because what's weird is that he's a mobile quarterback, but actually Sam Darnold is too.
Yeah.
But he just lost all his confidence. He was playing with it early on, and I don't know what happened. You had the theory that Adam Gase was just emailing him and sending him nude pictures and.
I said that.
Yeah, you don't remember that? This guy remembers nothing we do in the podcast. It's like something hits him. It's like an alien abduction, dude. You get sucked up into the. Oh, that sounds weird.
Well,
You know how
now it sounds weird.
Yes. Yeah. And the alien abductions, right? Like people, they have like what is the word?
They lose time. Right?
Yeah, they lose everything,
yeah.
right? Yeah. And that's what happens when you're using the podcast. And what's weird is that it's lucky for you. You don't say a lot of inappropriate shit.
Yeah. Well, if I don't remember, so I have no guilt about it.
Yeah, right.
I can be super racist. I just forget about it.
Unfortunately, I remember everything I say. And
so you're living with so much guilt.
No, I wouldn't say it if I didn't mean it.
I'm just joking.
And you know, sometimes I do it for effect, but if you know me, I'll say that shit off camera. So it's like, am I saying it for effect when I'm just talking to you in this side room?
Yeah.
My mind works like that.
Sure.
Weird.
With me, I don't know why I black out when the camera's on, but
you're just so focused and so in tune. You know, you're like in game mode, right?
Yeah, as I'm taking shots and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
So focused.
The dabs, maybe. I don't fucking know.
No, I think it's probably some sort of subconscious defense mechanism. Just like I probably.
You're so focused.
Well, I think if someone was holding the camera, I'd be a lot less comfortable. Like if someone was constantly like filming us, like like a reality show. You know what I'm saying? Like that would be. I think it's different. The fact that it's a stationary camera and it's just us bullshitting, right? And so if someone was like filming us,
or if you were actually like in a crowd, you know, like a speech.
Sure.
Right. Well, you're supposed to kind of just picture yourself naked.
You picture everyone else naked because if you were the only one naked,
right?
If you're the only one naked, that does not help anxiety.
I'd be super distracted if I'm picturing a bunch of dicks and tits, dude.
Well, but that's supposed to help you build the confidence that you're in a more comfortable position. If you're naked and doing a speech that you're
so I'm just Hitler then.
No, what?
So I'm above all them, like they're naked, I'm not. Is that a weird thing to say?
No, I mean if that's what gets you in the zone.
All right, can I get my last game here?
Go ahead. Yeah.
All right, Monday Night Football. Rams taking the Rams -3.5. They're at Niners. At the Niners, but we both agree the Niners are trash.
Like that, yeah.
The Rams just lost to the Titans, man. And now, this is one I haven't bet yet. I'm debating it. I'm going to wait on this line move because I feel like 3.5 and 4 is no big deal. I'd like it to go to 3, and if it goes to 3, I will buy it down to 2.5. I'll take the minus 130 and get them at 2.5.
Yeah.
Because the Cardinals showed that they could lose almost their whole team.
Yeah.
And face the Niners and destroy them.
I like that.
So they need to, if they can't lose any, if they have any aspirations of, you know, in this case, the division is the number 1 seed, right? There's no other takers because the Packers lost. It's whoever wins this division is going to get the bye.
It looks, the fact that the Cardinals won last week.
Without all of their
that's what I was worried about. If they had lost.
Chase Edmonds missing, playing 1 snap and leaving.
Well, it's huge. It's a division game, so now they're 3-0, 4-0.
AJ Green, DeAndre Hopkins, Kyler Murray, Watt was out 2 weeks. Like, dude.
Lost Edmonds on the first play.
That's 5 of their top 12 players, including their quarterback, their top 4 receiver in the NFL, maybe even top 2.
Yeah.
Their electric running back.
Yeah,
James Conner had to use James Conner in a different role. Like he was receiving, it was unreal.
Well, Conner was leading in terms of yards per play. He was up there. He was one of the top. So, and Kyler Murray was MVP. We all know this. It was an impressive win for the Cardinals, but I agree with you on the Rams. I like.
Yeah, and we said before the year. I'm really happy with the bet I made of the Niners to miss the playoffs. It was like plus 140.
Yeah, that was preseason.
Fucking love it. Yeah, love it, dude. Like they ain't making the playoffs, dude. Yeah, they don't even know. They're terrible. They don't have the running back.
They're going to be 4th place now. It looks like.
Oh, they're getting last. Russ coming back. The Seahawks are proud. Their Seahawks will win 9 games.
That was one that I was. So I had 4 actually on my phone. I wrote down 3. Another one I like is the Seahawks getting plus 3.5 at Packers.
Yeah. That's just Packers coming off a loss. Yeah, I do like that too. I feel like that's kind of just at 3.5. I like it. It's kind of a stay away because it's 2 good teams. I feel like this isn't 2 good teams. This is a great team versus Shanahan's douchebag.
The reason I stayed away was 1, Rodgers' status is up in the air. He might come back. He says there's a small chance he's not going to play.
Right.
I don't know if you can believe him anymore now.
No, you
but
can't.
then Russ coming back after an extended absence. If anyone's going to be prepared, it's going to be him, right? But those are the 2 variables where I'm like, all right, just stay away and see what happens and enjoy the game, right? Maybe the Packers get their ass kicked. Enjoy that.
Yeah.
So.
All right. Any other nuggets or thoughts? Or
No. So recap my 3 are I got the
got?
Browns. It's +2 at Patriots. Saints +3 at Titans, and then the Carolina Panthers +10.5 at the Cardinals.
I got the Bills -11.5 at the Jets, and I'll tell you, advise you don't bet it now. Wait for it. Hopefully, it goes down to 10.5. I mean, it probably won't, but the -12, -12.5 isn't going to hurt you because they're going to buy a lot.
Any chance that Zach Wilson comes back this week?
No, they already said they're gonna be patient on him and bring him back when he's healthy. Yeah. So again, Mike White though is killing it. So I prefer Zach Wilson.
The reason I asked that question is because I think if Wilson were to come back, let's say Thursday tomorrow, then all of a sudden the line might move. But now it's only going to go
public perception wise. I don't think Mike White at this point. I think he is better than Zach Wilson. They played better.
He's more in control,
and the team is getting better. Don't get me wrong.
Well, Crowder came back.
All I know
think
is
people are discrediting Crowder coming back.
Right.
He's the best receiver
on the team. No, I know. But all I know is that the defense gave up 45 points to the Colts.
Sure.
And you cannot tell me the Colts offense is better than the Bills offense. So I'm not saying they're going to score 45. I need them to score 33 or 30 because their defense is much better than the Colts.
Got it. Yeah.
All right. And then I also have, I'm way down here. I have, I'm the worst. Why is it so much? All right, Chiefs -2.5 at the Raiders. I like them to win by 10.
Yeah,
I say it every time. Obviously, just split it up. You know, so I guess just bet the Raiders, but you don't want to +2.5. What the fuck is that?
No,
garbage. Don't do it.
Yeah, I can't bet the Raiders.
Don't do it. And then Rams, another one to just wait and see the line. They're -3.5. I'm telling you right now, though, even if it's a 4, I'm taking it. I prefer it to go to 3 or 2.5. If it goes to 3, even at 3.5, I may put it down and make it 140, -140. At that point, I'm taking it 3.5 and not lose the money.
Yeah.
But if it goes to 3, I'll take the -125 for the.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, any other thoughts, concerns, anything you want to say?
You did. Last one was Rams.
Yeah, -3.5.
Okay.
I just said that.
I did.
See?
I blacked out.
He blacks out.
No, you want to know what it was? I realized that the microphones aren't plugged in, and so I got distracted. It's going to pick up the sound fine, but.
Oh, yeah.
It'll be fine. I was like, oh shit.
God.
So I totally got distracted at the very end. And
nice.
I totally zoned out, but it'll be fine.
Yeah. Apparently, you've been Bill Cosby.
I have no idea what's going on.
I Bill Cosby you every time. When your ass hurts every episode. Robsquared.